Hello again and welcome to a new video. This is our March 2019 BMW M140i 5-door. This is the Auto with the ZF 8-speed gearbox. Now the car has covered 24,582 miles with full service history. Now the car is free keepers from new, that's a total of 3 owners, but we have known this car since the first owner, and we've sold this car twice, and the first owner then upgraded to, I think it was an M2, and then we had the car back, and then a local gentleman bought it, and he has changed the car, obviously with the financial market and everything, and he's gone for something more family orientated, so we're glad to get the car back because we know this car really well. Now the car's finished in sunset orange, a metallic colour, and we've got some really nice black gloss features on it. And this car also has the adaptive M Sport suspension. So all the cars are spec checked here, so we know all of the spec on the cars. And we're going to take you around the car. Now it's obviously been machine polished again, as all the cars are here. It was in really nice condition, but as you know, with sponge washing your car, etc., you still pick up little swirl marks. So we've gone around the car again. I'm going to come down to the front. Now the car's in beautiful condition. The headlights have got no pitting on them at all. If you look at the front bumper, it's not pitted. We finished the trims there in black gloss to match the splitter at the bottom. I think it's a JSB splitter. The Shadow Edition gets the BMW black gloss grills as well. I'm just going to bring you, we'll just come out a little bit. There we go. Come round to this side as well so you can see all of the front bumper. It's in really nice condition, as I say. Quite often the BMWs get quite pitted. If I come in really close, you can see the paintwork is really nice all the way along the bottom there. Whoops. And then if we come up onto the top, there are a couple of very insignificant stone chips. They just catch the light as you move. They've all been touched in. I say all, there's only a few. Now if I come across the front edge of the bumper, bonnet and bumper, you can see just how nice it is. Just move back out. And there's one just in the center of the screen there, which we've touched in and then machine polished over. Very insignificant. If I come out, you can just see it catching the light now that I've picked it out, and there it goes once the light's off of it. The windscreen's also all nice and clear, it's not pitted. I think there's a couple of very insignificant little stone chips that have been repaired, but as you can see, it's all in really nice condition. There's nothing nasty there. We come up onto the roof. There are no bird dropping stains that eat through the paint or anything like that. There are no scratches. I just move across nice and slowly to keep it in focus. And I think this is a KSB split spoiler that has been on there since the very first time we sold the car, in all fairness. We've got the sun protection glass. And then the darker, the M Sport Shadow Edition has the darker grey alloys with the M Sport brakes. Now we did consider putting the diffuser on the back, but I think we're going to leave it till the next owner, and if they want to, they're not that expensive. We can always get one fitted if you wanted to purchase one, because someone might prefer black gloss, someone might prefer just the black plastic, but that would be a nice feature to have on the car to sort of finish it. If we just come back out and show you the side profile of the car, it's really nice. We've got the black gloss side skirts as well, which is why we had a bit of dispute on what to put on, whether to put one on the back, so we're going to leave it, like I say, up to the next keeper. Now if we look down the side of the car, all of the door edges, they're not chipped, and if I just open up the door and close it, you can see we've got the LED lights underneath the handles. The paintwork is in beautiful condition, and then looking down the side of the car, you can see by the reflection there's no ripples, it's not had any paintwork, not been in any nasty accidents or anything like that. We don't buy anything like that. All of the cars here are really lovely. It's going to be my favourite word, isn't it? Really lovely, really nice. But they are, they're stunning looking vehicles. We come round to the back. Now I think we debadged this. Now we have got an M140 badge, so if you wanted the badge back on, we can do that. We've left it off for now, so we didn't want to put it on and then someone say, oh, can you debadge it? It's personal preference. Just showing the top of the bumper there, all of the tailgate. All of the lights get machine polished, so they're nice and shiny and glossy. They're not got lots of little scratches on, which they pick up from washing. And then if we take a look around the filler cap here, no damage, no scratches from the fuel pump. If we open that up, you see it's nice and clean in there. And these cars, these engines, they can run on not just the new E10, but they're future-proof to the E25 fuel as well. So when the fuel changes, it won't affect the car, or the engine, I should say. If we look down the side, on this side, you can just see that clear reflection again, the side skirt, the wheels. It's running on Michelin tyres. I think they're the Pilot 4s. I think that the last owner replaced them. So there's lots of tread on the tyres. Just come back out on this side. So looking really nice. And we've also got, and these were on the car right from the start as well, these black gloss sort of M-style mirrors, which are quite nice. Just show you from down here. And if we come up, just give you a view looking down on the car. The weather is awful outside. We've just wiped over all the windows because there's a lot of moisture about. And you can wipe them over and then the damp air comes in through the doorway. But it's looking really nice there, so that's good. Okay, let's take a look inside. Now we've got the Oyster Dakota leather inside the car with black gloss trim, which is the door handles, and the pearl chrome finisher. Okay, there we go. No damage on this door card or the door handle, no scratches. And the door edge, no seat belts have been trapped and stabbed the door card. We've got the puddle lights. And then if we look at all the seal, no scratching there, all the original mats. The seats are in really nice condition. We've got the bolster button on the side there to inflate the sides of the seat, to hold you in nice and snug. Now I didn't go around and show you each independent wheel, but we are going to have photos of those, so flip through the pictures. There's no damage on any of the wheels. See the black gloss trim in there. I think, excuse me, we've got the books all in there as well. Now all of the black gloss in here, we machine polished that. We've got a very small rotary polisher. I call it the toothbrush, because it looks like an electric toothbrush. And we polish all the black gloss on the interior as well to bring it up nice. We've got heated seats, which is an extra on the Shadow Edition. We've got heated steering wheel as well, which is a really nice feature. Button just on the side down there, the steering column. We've got the business media on this car. Center armrest. Let's take a look in the back. Again, the door card. I'm just looking around it as I'm doing this video, and I can't see any damage on there. We did look around the car beforehand. We always check them over before the video, and then if I find anything, I always point it out. Again, look at these door shuts. That's how you want to see them. Quite often, people will get out the car, the seat belt will get left like so. They shut the door on it, and it damages the door card and stabs and puts scratches onto the paintwork there. But there's nothing on this car. It's all been really well looked after. And the backs of the seats look really nice. Now, it's also got free folding rear headrests. I think it's usually only the center one, but that's another option that this car's got. All of the air vents down here, you can see they're not damaged. Sometimes people hit them with their feet and they get broken, but not on this car. All the Isofix in there. So we've just come out of there. So we'll open up the boot. And just show you, see the top of the bumper there? And if we come in closer, all of the black plastic trim. There are no scratches and scuff marks. That's just the light reflecting there. All nice and clean in there. You can see now the light's reflecting on the side there. And we've got a 12-volt socket up under there. I think it's got the extended storage. Yeah, that is. It's just a reflection from the lights above. And then up here, let's get that light out of the way. This hasn't got any scratches on it either. Quite often you'll get scratches there from bits in the boot floating about. While we're here, I'll just show you up on the roof at the back. Nothing hidden. And then the door card, nothing on there either. And down the edge of the door card, no damage. Clean all the way under the doors, the shuts. And then inside, so no damage in there. And then the door edge, all around the driver's door. Let's get that back in focus, there we go. No scratches. All the way down. Just gonna flip the lights off so it doesn't keep dinging. So we've got the HARMAN KARDON sound system as well on the Shadow Edition. Door card, puddle light, no damage on the side. So you get more speakers, a bigger amplifier for the HARMAN KARDON sound system. It's a lot nicer. The standard system is very hollow and empty. So if you like your music, you definitely want the HARMAN KARDON. And then the door shut. That's just a reflection you can see on the edge. There's no scratches. You can see that as I move around, the light goes. All of the rubbers. And check out the driver's seat. and the bolsters, no scuffing on those. The seat baits. And then the steering wheel's in really nice condition. There's no scratches in the leather, no dig marks in the leather. You'll be surprised, people have their keys in their hands sometimes and or their watches can catch the leather. We've got the extended storage just down under the light sockets here. Auto lights, auto wipers. All nice around the gear shift. And the climate control. So we're going to jump in now. Let's pull this door. So it's keyless start. Now the car, as you can see, is due for a service in 3,300 miles. That will be done. We have a BMW specialist that does all our servicing, and it'll all go into the iDrive, which is this unit here, and onto the BMW platform. All of the oils and the parts we use, the oils, I'm very fussy with oil. We don't use any cheap oils. They all cost me a fortune. All the filters are German OEM grade filters. So if anything's needed, it'll all be done. The car's not long come in and we've just finished the detailing, so we're gonna do the video and then we'll get the car serviced. So we have 24,582 miles. Now on the steering wheel here, we've got voice control, we've got a mode button this side, and then over here we've got cruise control, speed limiter. If I get this in the center, you might have seen in some of the adverts full black panel display. So when you press the mode button, we've got all the DAB here, which you can scroll through using the little wheel on the steering wheel, and then you can press it to go into that station. If you press the mode button again, you can go FM, AM, DAB, and then if you press the phone button, when your phone's connected, it will show the last dial numbers there. When you're using the driver mode button, which is down here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the lights on, because I just realised we didn't have the lights on. There, that's what we want. So when you change driver mode, this is where the adaptive suspension will change. So they usually come with a straightforward shock absorber. The adaptive shock absorbers basically have a valve in them, and they can regulate the oil in the shock absorber to make the ride either more comfortable, more supple, or stiffer for a more dynamic, sportier drive. Now I've just gone into Eco Pro. Now by default, Eco Pro or Comfort will be in the softer drive mode, and then Sport and Sport Plus will be in the suspension will be in the sport, more dynamic on the shock absorber. Sorry, just trying to keep this in focus. Right, so in Eco Pro we can see MPGs and stuff like that, and then if you go into configure, if you're wanting economy, this is where you can adjust the economy using things like coasting. Coasting allows the car to roll freely when you come off the throttle rather than having engine braking, so you can come off the throttle a lot earlier. You'll see the efficiency up here, 92%. Turn it off, it drops to 82. And if you want to regulate your MPG on the way to work and stuff, if you slow down to say 60 miles an hour, or you're going a long run, you can see the efficiency up there has now gone to 97%. So if we go into comfort, is a balanced setting on the suspension. We've also, if we go into sport, we've got the sport displays. So when you rev the engine, you can see the power. You can change this to pounds per foot and brake horsepower quite easily in the settings. And then if we go into configure, now they all have this option but it won't do anything to the shock absorbers or the suspension unless you have that adaptive suspension. So a little bit misleading. So drivetrain is the power, chassis is the suspension. So in sport you could choose to just have the power up but stay in the comfort for the suspension. We've got it set on both. If you go into Sport Plus, that will turn the dynamic traction control off, but it leaves on the dynamic stability control. If you press and hold this little button here, in fact I need to come over here now, that will turn off DSC, the dynamic stability control. So basically that's everything off. Let's just go into there. You'll see the traction control lights for DTCs come over on the left over here, and then press and hold that button, and then down there, and that's something for the summer when the tyres have got warmed up. So I'll turn that off for now. Let's get this back in focus. Let's have a quick look in here. So you've got all your media, your DAB, Bluetooth audio, USB, your sound for your HARMAN KARDON, like so, your mobile there, and if we come out of there, communication is for your phone, navigation, address input, map, and then you can change the views over here in direction of travel. Now even on the business nav you can use the buttons here, the shortcuts. If I just run my finger just gently across it, you can see, looks like I had dad in there, we'll have to delete that. But you can save the actual windows as well, so direction of travel. Additional, oh no, sorry, additional information is for other bits and pieces. Where we are, down here. And then we could have perspective, we can save that on number 8. So without having to go in there, we can press the shortcut number 7, and that changes the view. Press number 8 takes us back. You can also save telephone numbers in there as well. So moving on, my vehicle, this is all the settings. So the difference being the business nav doesn't have the hard drive in it, but then no one really stores anything in these anymore because it's all streaming. And if you were in this say this column here, it would show you the shortcuts on this side, so you're not really missing too much. And then you've got your lights, speed warning, drive modes, etc. And the same here. So this window here would show up on the right. Yeah, on the right. Nearly forgot my left and right then. Okay, so just go back in there. Let's go down to vehicle status. This is where I wanted to show you. Now once you set off, this is where the tyre pressures will show and the tyre temperature, which is good if you're going to go out and enjoy some country roads. You can wait for your tyres to warm up. Check your oil in here as well. Service items, so rear pads 3,300, so that's the one that was coming up on the dash. Oil change June 4,000, so this will all be done. Vehicle check, front pads 6,000, so we'll check all these, and if any of them need changing, which I'm sure the rear ones, or whichever ones it was, were on 3,000, will get done. Prior history, so 2021 was when it had its service, so the next one was due, yeah, 19, 20, 21, yeah, so it's due its next service now, which it will get. So that'll all be up to date in there. Just go back to engine oil, yeah, 4,100. So that'll have another service in there, as I say. I just want to show you the climate control here, and if we look at all the black gloss around there, if I come down like so, just see that that's all really nice without getting the reflection of me. All in lovely condition. iDrive wheel, USB port, and then the cup holders, 12-volt socket, all nice and tidy down there. We've obviously got paddle shift, but you can also put the gear into manual mode there as well, or sport mode over on the left. So I think, let's come back out. Let's put that on media. I'm trying to get it back into focus, but it's quite glary today, being overcast. Right, I'm going to jump out. Two pulls for the bonnet release. Bear with me while I pop the bonnet open. We can lift the bonnet up straight away then. Beautifully smooth engine, the 3 litre straight six with a twin scroll turbo. So that's essentially 2 inlets into the turbo that allow the turbo to spin up quicker. It's more efficient, you get more direct power, you don't get any lag really to speak of. Let's come in a bit closer. We've got a bright light right above us. All down in the gullies, all nice and clean in here. I'm just trying to focus on keeping the video the light and everything. There we go. Really nice and smooth, and if we just look down in here, all nice and clean. And if we come up onto the top, just as clean up here. So I'll put that down. So they're rated at 335 brake horsepower. But BMW tend to understate the performance on these cars. So they do make around about just over 350. And you can always have a Celtic remap, which will take it up to about 423, 426, something like that. In fact, what we'll do, we'll just go around and have a look at these wheels. And as I say, Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. I'm just going to put my hands on that. Yep, there's loads of tread on those tyres. The rear one, and they'll come round. Now, as we come round, so on idle, the right exhaust pipe is the one that's open, and the left one has a valve. When you put it into sport, that one opens up, so the noise changes. It's a bit more throaty, especially on the downshifts. They tend to burble. Just check this wheel out as well. So a really good set of tyres, and it'll be freshly serviced, so there won't be anything for you to do for some time. The oil changes are 19,000 miles or 2 years. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We have some really good finance options. The rates are just about to go up in December, another 2%, would you believe? But currently we're at 8.4% on PCPs, lease purchase and hire purchase, subject to your status, of course. We have some fantastic warranty packages, so you can protect yourself throughout the time that you own the car. You can take out up to 4 years in one go now. And that extended policy that you can take out will cover wear and tear. It even covers oil seals and gaskets, DPF filters. There's over 6,000 items apparently that it covers, and they can't list it all. But if you want more information on that, please do give me a call. So there we have it, our BMW M140i. Thanks for watching. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.